Hi everyone, so today I am back with a tag video. So I kind of want to keep my channel like all kinds of videos, so that's why I've been doing like hacks. Now I was like, okay, I'm going to do this tag video that I discovered. So I will put the link of the video where I saw this tag. So you guys can check it out. Now I really like this tag because this just like really makes you realize that there are certain products that you gravitate more towards every time you do your makeup. And yeah, that's why I'm going to do the used and abused makeup tag. If anyone wants to do this tag, I tag you. So I'm going to start off with a stick foundation. Now this stick foundation, ever since it came out, I have been obsessed with. And this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick foundation. Now, most of the time, I'm wearing this foundation. I have 4 shades of this. This is 123 Y365. I don't know. I guess because they changed like the numbering or something like that a while back ago. But yeah, it's basically just a stick foundation. Like I said, I have 4 shades because I wear this foundation like all year around. I have to have a light shade for when I'm at my palest, and I have to have like a dark shade for when I'm like at my tannest. When it's summer. So this one is kind of like an in-between shade. This one is 123, and I love it because it is very blendable and buildable coverage, but it just makes you look so flawless. To be honest, this is my all-time favorite foundation, and I find myself always reaching for this. And yeah, it's kind of hard for me to like use other foundations when I like this one so much. So yeah, you can definitely tell that I am obsessed with this foundation. I have 125 here, which is probably almost gone. 128, which is like one of the darkest ones. Or no, it's the darkest one that I have. I also have 118, which this one I use mainly in the winter. Yeah, this one is 118. This one's my lightest one. And 123. So I think honestly for me, the ones that I use the most are 123 and 125. Just, for reference, if you have a similar skin tone like me, that is what colors I use. So yeah, those foundations are definitely very used and abused. Even when I go on vacation, those are the foundations that I take with me. So another foundation that is very used and abused is a drugstore foundation. Now, I never in a million years thought that I would love this foundation so much. I mean, I have high-end foundations. I have Dior, I have Chanel, I have Too Faced, I have MAC, Makeup Forever, but why do I wear this most of the time? And it's very used and abused because it's so mattifying. Like, it's the perfect summer foundation. I can truly say that this foundation is one of my all-time favorites as well, because I use it way more than I use my higher end foundations. And I really like it because it's the Infallible Pro Matte formula. So this one just like mattifies me, but it doesn't break up on me. I find that a lot of foundations that I own will break up on me throughout the day, whereas this one I can wear for long hours and be out somewhere, and it's not going to get greasy or start to like break up on me or anything of that sort. So yeah, I really like the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. However, I do use a really good primer with this. So yeah, this is another used and abused. So when I first discovered this primer, the Hourglass Mineral Veil, I bought the little glass bottle. Now, the little glass bottle is like $22, whereas the big bottle is around 60 or 70, something like that. And I have been through like 3 of those little glass bottles and 1.5 of these. So that just tells you how much I like this primer. I honestly can count on this primer in any weather. It's going to look flawless on the face, like whether it's summer, winter, spring, fall, whatever. I wore it in humid climates when I went to Mexico, and it was my skin was super matte. So yeah, last year when I was on vacation in Mexico, I took this primer with me, and oh my gosh, it was the best thing that I ever did, because where my family's from is very, very hot and humid. I mean, they're surrounded by beaches. So it's not bitches, beaches. So they're surrounded by the ocean, and yeah, it's usually really, really hot and humid. So I would wear this like whenever we would go out, like in the afternoon, which is when it was like the heat was a bit more bearable, I guess you could say. And I could be sweating everywhere else, but my face was intact, because I would wear this primer with the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation. So yeah, this is honestly my all-time favorite primer, the Hourglass Mineral Primer Veil. Now this next product is also a primer. Now I use primers. I always use 2 primers together for some reason. I think because the other one, the Hourglass one, just like prolongs the wear and just makes it look a lot more flawless, whereas this one is very pore minimizing. Well, it's a pore minimizing primer, and it also like really just smooths out your texture so that it looks a lot more even. Now I always apply this one second, so I'll apply the Hourglass one first and then I apply this one. Now I can honestly say this is very used and abused, because I always have two tubes of these. So it's just weird how my brain functions sometimes. I don't know. I have like this, I'm always nervous that I'm going to run out. So I always have to have 2 of these Benefit Professionals. And this is honestly my all-time favorite primer. I probably have used it if just as much as the Hourglass, or if not even more, because I really do not remember how many tubes I've been through. So I don't know, I can honestly say I've probably been through like at least 8 to 10 tubes of these. Honestly, I've been using this for years now, and yeah, I love it. You can give me other pore minimizing primers, and I will probably always end up going back to this one. So if this does not look used and abused to you, then I do not know what it is, because it has like all that is lash glue and, you know, just like products from when it was in my makeup bag. So yeah, this is again the Benefit Professional. Now this next product is a highlighter. Now I love this highlighter. I can't live without it as well. I always find myself grabbing for this highlighter. I mean, I can have a million highlighters, but what do I wear? Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. So this one is a golden highlight. I love it. This is my favorite highlighter. This is honestly the perfect gold highlight. I wear this so much. It is extremely used and abused. I do not even know why I have not run out of this, because I use it a lot. And I mean, maybe I have not like ran out because, you know, a little bit does go a long ways, but this, you can ask anyone. I wear this most of the time. So yeah, this is again Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. Now this next product is a blush, and when I discovered this blush a few years ago, I became obsessed with this blush. I wear this blush all the time as well. I actually wear it a lot with Gilded Honey, which is really funny because, I mean, I'll wear a nude blush but then a blinding highlight. So yeah, this is Prism by MAC, and this is the perfect hint of color. Just like the perfect nude blush with a hint of like pink in it. Well, yeah, I guess you could say pink. So yeah, this is just like perfection in a blush. Now, if you have a bit more of a deeper skin tone, I don't think this would honestly show up as well. But, you know, MAC has amazing blushes. They are my favorite type of blushes. Now, this one, like I said, is very used and abused. This one is always with me in my makeup bag whenever I go somewhere with Gilded Honey, because when I don't know what to do for my blush, I'm like, okay, Prism, you know, and problem solved. So yeah, again, Prism by MAC is my most used and abused blush. Now, my most used and abused bronzer is the MAC Give Me Some bronzer. Now, this bronzer is something that I wear mostly around spring and summer, and yeah, sometimes even fall, but usually not in the winter because it's very orange toned. But in the winter, I will wear Laguna bronzer, which is another used and abused product that I am on my second. For the NARS Laguna bronzer, I can say I'm on my second bronzer of that shade. And this one I love in the summer. I wear this all the time. I always take it with me. I've been mixing it in with other bronzers, and it's what I'm wearing today. And I just love the warmth that it gives your skin, and it just makes you look very bronzy, and I don't know, I really love this bronzer. MAC Give Me Sun. Now, this next product you guys probably see me use in every single video, and it is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. I mean, not specifically this shade because I have several shades, but the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is my favorite eyeshadow base. I use this as my primer base. I like it because it's Pro Longwear, so it's going to really make your eyeshadows last. And yeah, I mean, this is like almost out, and it's funny because it looks like it's starting to like even dry out in certain areas in there. Just kind of gross, but I'm gonna use it a few more times, you know? So yeah, again, the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and also Blanc Type by MAC, which is basically just a skin toned eyeshadow, is also a use and abuse product that I use every single day. Now this next product, again, I do not know how many I have used up. Probably, I would say like 3. So yeah, I this is probably like my third one. So this is the Dip Brow Pomade. Now this one is in soft brown. I have used chocolate, I have used taupe, I have used blonde. I always try to have like at least 2 different shades, you know, because I mean like earlier in the year I dyed my hair, I dyed it black and then it just like faded into brown. So I had to like go a little bit lighter, you know? So yeah, this is again very used and abused, and it is like seriously like drying up already. So yeah, again, the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now the next used and abused product is a concealer. Now this concealer I either use to spot conceal or clean up underneath my eyebrows. Now this one I have had various ones of this. So yeah, this one is the duo. I find the duo a little bit easier to carry with me because you know it's just smaller, whereas the 6 or 4, I think they have a bigger one that carries like 6 shades, and then they have the little round ones that look like the eyeshadow. Now this one I like because it has like 2 shades. So yeah, I use this to clean up under my brows. Like I said, I use it to like spot conceal. And this is the Studio Finish Concealer. So yeah, that's another used and abused concealer, as well as my under eye concealer. This under eye concealer I have purchased like 4 times already. So this is the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS, and I use the shade Light to Vanilla, which I always use actually. If I need something a little darker, I'll just mix it in with something else. But yeah, this is honestly my favorite concealer. I use it a lot. I like it because it is very creamy, and it's blendable, and it's just less likely to crease on me. So yeah, right now I have 2 of these because I use them so much. I don't even know how I ended up opening up 2 of these because one was supposed to be a backup, you know, but yeah, this is how much I love it. Now this next product is a lipstick. I wear this lipstick and the lip liner so much. This lipstick and lip liner, I swear by. I love it. I will always buy it, even if it goes out of style. This is Whirl by MAC. This is my lip liner in Whirl. This is my second lip liner in Whirl. That's how much I like it. And I have the matching lipstick, which is my first tube, but I love it just as much. Now, I've been wearing this color a lot lately. I don't know. I just feel like this is the easiest lipstick to just put on with like basically almost any eye look. So I always carry this in my purse. And so yeah, MAC Whirl, and also this next one. and a velvet teddy as well, but can't find velvet Honey teddy Love right now. Is my second tube of Honey Love. And yeah, I love this. To me, this is like one of the most perfect nudes as well. Now, I also use and abuse this next color by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this one is in Ashton. Yeah, I don't know why I can't say that name. Ashton. Yeah, this one is really pretty. I wear this probably the most. And another one that I wear a ton is Pure Hollywood. Now this one and Ashton is probably like my two favorite liquid lipsticks. Then last but not least, my most used and abused eyeshadow palette is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I probably have hundreds of eyeshadow singles, and I always end up reaching for this palette. And it is just amazing. It's the perfect palette. It just has all my favorite shades in here. So yeah, again, the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. One more product that I forgot is this It Cosmetics Bye Pores Translucent Setting Powder. Now this powder I love. This is what I use to set my whole face with. I don't use it to bake. I only use it to set because it's like Photoshop in a little container. Honestly, like, I love this so much. I purchased this twice because I ran out, of a whole thing of this, and now I'm like almost out of my second one. That is how much I like this powder. Like I said, it's very pore minimizing. It just makes it look airbrushed, and I really like it, and I really recommend it. And yeah, that is pretty much for my used and abused makeup tag. Let me know down below what your used and abused makeup products are, and yeah, comment down below. And if you would like to do this tag, let me know so that I can go check it out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!